Can Meghan Markle and Prince Harry keep their billionaire dream alive? Or is their empire just a glittering house of cards? They walked away from royalty with the world's eyes on them, promising a media and lifestyle juggernaut that would rival the biggest names in Hollywood. A sprawling Montecito mansion, private jets, and a $100 million Netflix deal painted a picture of untouchable wealth. But behind the curated Instagram posts and glossy headlines, cracks are showing. Insiders whisper of dwindling funds, failed ventures, and a public that's turning away. The Sussexes' high-stakes gamble to conquer America's elite circles is teetering on the edge, and the story of how they got here is wilder than you'd expect. Let's dive into the truth behind their fading empire. Picture a life of pure luxury, a $14 million Montecito estate with ocean views, round-the-clock security costing over $2 million a year, private chefs, stylists, and global travel on chartered jets. That's the world Meghan and Harry live in, spending like they're on Jeff Bezos' level. But the math doesn't add up. Their annual expenses reportedly top $20 million, yet their income streams are drying up fast. Harry's memoir, Spare, made waves in 2023, hitting bestseller lists with 1.4 million copies sold in its first week. But heavy discounts, some retailers slashed it to $10, gutted royalties. Publishers like Penguin Random House were left nursing losses, and Harry's payout, estimated at $20 million, was no fortune by billionaire standards. Insiders say they're burning through inheritances from Princess Diana, worth $10–15 million, and the Queen Mother, around $7–10 million. That's not income, it's capital, and it's vanishing. Without new deals, they're not building wealth, they're bleeding it. And that's just the start of their troubles. Meghan's big swing was her lifestyle brand, first called American Riviera Orchard, now rebranded as Ever in 2025. It launched with a slick promo video, teasing artisan jams, baking mixes, and even flower-shaped sprinkles. Fans lost it when the first batch sold out in 45 minutes flat. A triumph, right? Not so fast. Insiders spilled that Netflix, their supposed partner, funded only a tiny batch, maybe 500 to 1,000 units. It wasn't a sellout success. It was a supply shortage dressed up as hype. Trademark disputes derailed the launch, and Meghan's focus shifted to her Netflix show, leaving As Ever in limbo. No restocks, no CEO, no real strategy. She's hinted at reviving it next year, but ex-posts aren't buying it. One user called it a glorified Etsy shop with royal branding, while another dubbed it as Never for its disappearing act. Meghan dreamed of being the next Gwyneth Paltrow, but this was a masterclass in how to fumble a golden opportunity. The Netflix deal was their lifeline, a $100 million 5-year contract signed in 2020 with promises of groundbreaking content. But the output? Slim. Their docuseries, Harry and Meghan, was a global hit, clocking 81 million hours viewed in its first week. Yet follow-ups like Heart of Invictus and Polo barely registered, with viewership dipping below 5 million hours each. Meghan's lifestyle show, With Love, Meghan, sounded like a slam dunk, hitting Netflix's top 10 in 47 countries for its 2024 debut. But by its third season in 2025, ratings cratered. Critics called it vapid and repetitive, with one ex-post joking it's goop without the charm. Netflix's caution was clear from the start. They funded only a sliver of As Ever's products, skeptical of its potential to rival Skims or Goop. Insiders say the streaming giant's tightening the purse strings, leaving Meghan and Harry's financial hopes dangling. If Netflix isn't all in, who is? That's where things get even messier. Meghan's latest pivot is fashion, and it's a bold one. Her Instagram shop, launched in 2024, pushes affiliate links for high-end pieces, a $1,000 Oscar de la Renta gown, $600 Saint Laurent sandals, even a $200 Zara dress for that relatable touch. Fans love her high-low style, but launching a full fashion line is a different beast. Industry experts peg startup costs at $10–50 million for production, distribution, and marketing. Victoria Beckham burned through David's millions for a decade before her brand turned a profit. Meghan, with no design experience, faces a brutal market. Ex-users are savage, with one calling her a wannabe influencer with no authenticity. Her Instagram shop sparked buzz but also backlash. Critics accused her of cashing in on affiliate commissions without a clear brand identity. Without a major partner or her own millions to burn, this venture feels like a roll of the dice, and the public's already rolling their eyes. Then there's the PR game, and it's getting sloppy. A 2024 TikTok from an American Airlines flight attendant went viral, gushing over Meghan's warm vibe, her rich handwriting, and a handwritten note she left. It racked up millions of views, with fans swooning over the Duchess's charm. But dig deeper, and it reeks of staging. Airline policies are ironclad. Crew can't post about passengers without risking suspension, yet no one batted an eye. No reprimands, no airline statement. Compare that to older reports of Meghan's diva behavior, like snapping at crew on a 2019 flight or demanding special treatment on set. Ex-users smelled a rat, with one post calling the TikTok a paid PR stunt to bury her bad rep. It's not the first time. Staged Montecito paparazzi shots in 2023 showed Meghan casually strolling with coffee, looking camera-ready. These moves scream damage control, but they're not fooling everyone. And what came next raised even more eyebrows. The Vogue cover drama is the kind of story that stops you cold. Rumors hit in 2024 that Meghan went toe-to-toe with Anna Wintour, demanding a global Vogue cover to launch her fashion brand. The kicker? She allegedly tried to bump her friend Serena Williams from the slot. If true, it's a betrayal that stings. Serena's been one of her few A-list allies. Anna Wintour, a fashion titan who's crushed bigger egos, reportedly shut it down. Meghan's no designer, and her push for a cover to rival Kate Middleton's 2016 Vogue feature was a misstep. The fallout was brutal. No cover, no major magazine backing, and a hit to her fashion cred before it even started. X posts lit up with one user saying, "She thought she could outmaneuver Wintour? Rookie mistake." Unlike Rihanna, who built Fenty with a clear vision and LVMH's backing, Meghan's got no track record to lean on. Her fashion dreams are fizzling, and the clock's ticking. The royal safety net? Gone. King Charles has made it clear, no more bailouts. He slashed costs across the board, even cutting off Prince Andrew after his scandals. Harry's not getting special treatment. His inheritance from Diana and the Queen Mother, maybe $20 million combined, is nearly tapped out. By American standards, that's pocket change for their lifestyle. X posts speculate Harry might return to the UK, hat in hand, seeking reconciliation, to stabilize their finances. But Charles's stance is firm. The royal brand is rebuilding, and handouts undermine that. Meghan and Harry's legal battles with tabloids, costing millions, aren't helping. Their Montecito life demands hundreds of millions in capital. They're working with a tenth of that. Lady Colin Campbell didn't mince words. Meghan's toast if she can't pivot. The math is merciless, and they're running out of moves. Why do their ventures keep crashing? It's not just bad luck, it's strategy. They banked on fame, opening every door, but Hollywood demands results. Their Spotify deal imploded in 2023 after just 12 podcast episodes, with execs calling it underwhelming. Netflix's output is sparse, and as ever's a ghost town. Meghan's lack of business experience shows. She's got no CEO, no supply chain, no clear vision. Harry's skills are even thinner. He's leaned on royal clout his whole life. X. Users are brutal, with one calling them celebrities without a product. Public trust is eroding. Posts label Meghan unlikable and their projects phony. They had a once-in-a-lifetime shot when they left the royals in 2020, but instead of building quietly, they chased superstardom. Now, with credibility fading, opportunities are drying up fast. The cost of this chase isn't just financial, it's personal. Montecito feels like a gilded cage. Reports paint Meghan and Harry as isolated, with few real allies left. Their legal fights with tabloids drag on, costing millions and fueling stress. A 2024 Vanity Fair piece described their lonely life, with neighbors like Oprah and Ellen keeping their distance. X posts speculate Meghan's burning out, juggling failed brands and PR crises while Harry struggles to find purpose. Their kids, Archie and Lilibet, are shielded from the spotlight, but the pressure's mounting. Every misstep, as ever's flop, the Vogue drama, chips away at their dream. They're not just fighting for wealth, they're fighting for relevance in a world that's moving on. What's next for Meghan and Harry? They've got options, but none are easy. Licensing deals could slap Meghan's name on clothes or products, but royalties top out at 5 to 10%, far from an empire. A UK return might stabilize Harry's finances, but it means swallowing pride and facing a frosty royal reception. Scaling back their lifestyle, ditching the jets, cutting staff, could buy time, but it risks their A-list image. Ex-users are split. Some bet they'll crash and burn. Others see a comeback if Meghan lands a savvy partner. One post summed it up. They're not broke, but they're not billionaires. They're stuck in no man's land. Without a major win, a hit show, a viral brand, or a PR miracle, their empire's on borrowed time. Here's the hard truth. Meghan and Harry's Montecito dream looks like a billionaire's paradise, but it's built on sand. Their spending outpaces their earnings, their ventures keep flopping, and the public's patience is wearing thin. They had the world's sympathy in 2020. A spotlight brighter than most celebrities ever get, but fame doesn't pay the bills, and Hollywood doesn't care about titles. The numbers are stark. $20 million a year in expenses, a fraction of that in income, and inheritances nearly gone. One more failure could tip them over the edge. Can they pull off a comeback, Or will they be the first royals to fall from grace not with a bang, but with a broke, humbling whimper? That's the question, echoing far beyond Montecito's manicured lawns.